All right, buckle up, because we're diving deep into royalty elevations. The captivating world created by Roxanna Marie.
Ah, Roxanna Marie, the queen of seductive storytelling.
And she definitely lives up to that title, let me tell you.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing how she weaves together this really intense passion
Mm-hmm.
with a deep dive into, love, power dynamics, vulnerability.
It's not just surface level
Yeah,
stuff.
no, no, no.
There's a lot going on under the hood.
Exactly. It's not all about the heat, although,
There's plenty of that.
oh, there's plenty of that, believe me. But she really delves into the characters' journeys, their emotional growth.
Yeah, it's like she's writing for these couples who are bold,
Mm-hmm.
daring, adventurous, the ones who aren't afraid to push boundaries and really feel everything.
Absolutely.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, we're talking games of Twister.
Oh, my.
Even Naked Uno in these books.
Naked Uno, wow.
Roxanna Marie is not holding back.
No, she is not. And that's what makes her work so exciting, right? She's exploring these darker, more intense emotions. It's refreshing.
Okay, so let's get into the story itself. We've got The Intoxication of You and the sequel, The Intoxication of Us.
Both revolving around this incredible power couple, Ravena and Draxton.
And let me tell you, these are two incredibly captivating characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Ravena, she's a rising star in, well, she writes sensual, sexual digital literature.
Sexy bedtime stories.
Yeah, a real entrepreneur, successful, strong, independent.
But she also carries some baggage, some past trauma.
Oh, we all are.
Exactly. And then you have Draxton, this magnetic, charming, incredibly successful entrepreneur in his own right.
Oh, yeah, he's got that presence,
Confidence just oozes out of him.
Draws Ravena in instantly.
Oh, from the very first moment.
But like Ravena, he's got his own vulnerabilities.
Oh, absolutely. His past wasn't a walk in the park either.
No, it definitely shaped him.
So their first meeting is pretty interesting, pretty cinematic, actually. Happens at this high-profile business gala in Vegas.
Ooh, Vegas.
Ravena's wearing this show-stopping red dress.
I can picture it now.
Catches Draxton's eye instantly. He's so captivated, he actually gasps, like right into the microphone.
He's giving his speech.
Middle of his speech.
That's a memorable first impression.
Talk about making an entrance, right?
And then their first dance.
Oh, the dance.
It's this sizzling salsa that basically leaves the whole room speechless.
You can feel the heat radiating off of them.
It's not just about the steps. It's that undeniable chemistry.
That spark, It's sizzling beneath the surface.
It's like that dance is a metaphor for their whole relationship.
I was just thinking that.
You see the sensuality, the power dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
even a hint of the submission that becomes, well, a key element of their dynamic.
It's that push and pull, right? Two strong personalities.
Ravena, she's used to being in control, finds herself surrendering to Draxton's dominant nature.
Which is both exciting and a little scary for her.
Exactly. And it's fascinating how Roxanna Marie explores that whole power dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Because even though Draxton has that commanding presence,
Right.
he's drawn to Ravena's strength, her independence.
It's not one-sided.
Not at all. They both bring something unique to the table.
And then things really heat up when Draxton decides to draw Ravena a bath in her luxurious presidential suite.
Ooh la la.
I'm talking rose petals, strawberries, whipped cream, the whole 9 yards.
Pure seduction.
But it's more than just a steamy scene. It's about Draxton creating this experience for her.
Making her feel cherished, pampered.
Scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where their vulnerabilities start to come through.
Ravena, who's been hurt before, admits she's self-conscious about her body.
Makes her feel exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Draxton, instead of brushing it off, he reassures her, praises her beauty.
Makes her feel truly seen, like I said.
It's a really powerful moment of connection, I think.
Oh, absolutely. He sees beyond the physical.
Recognizes her inner strength.
Helps her reclaim her confidence, her sensuality.
And that night, well, they make love for the first time.
And let's just say Roxanna Marie doesn't hold back.
No, she does not. It's intense, passionate, raw.
They push each other's boundaries
Explore their desires.
in a way that's both incredibly intimate and, well, a little bit dangerous.
And it's during these moments of intimacy that they start to reveal their past traumas to each other.
Heavy stuff.
Draxton shares his experience of childhood sexual abuse, which, helps explain his need for control.
Especially in the bedroom.
And then Ravena opens up about a horrific experience from her past, being beaten and raped.
It's heartbreaking.
but it also creates this deeper bond between them.
They realize they're not alone in their pain.
They've both been through so much.
The sharing of those secrets is really pivotal.
Hmm.
It shows a level of trust
Of vulnerability.
that solidifies their connection. They're finding solace in each other.
And then things get a little interesting.
Oh, how so?
Rainy night. A game of Twister. Stakes are high.
Mm.
Winner gets complete control for the rest of the night.
Ooh, that's getting interesting.
And this scene, it's just brilliant how Roxanna Marie balances that intense passion
Mm-hmm.
with this playful, teasing energy.
Right.
The Twister game becomes this charged, sensual experience.
I bet. Their bodies twisting and tangling.
It's hot. But then, Ravena, being the competitive soul that she is,
Oh, I can see her doing this.
suggests they up the ante with a game of What? Naked Uno? No way, naked Uno. Loser has to either take a shot or remove a piece of clothing.
Things are about to get spicy.
Oh, yeah. And let's just say Draxton wins both games.
He does, huh? Figures. I bet he takes full advantage of his prize.
Oh, he does.
Mhm.
Blindfolds Ravena, leads her out onto the balcony in the rain, and, well, let's just say it's a scene straight out of a romance novel.
I can only imagine it sounds like the perfect embodiment of their dynamic.
It is that blend of dominance and submission.
The trust, the surrender,
That raw passion.
burning between them. It's a turning point, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So where do they go from there?
Well, the next morning, Draxton decides to be even more open about his past. He reveals more about the details of his abuse to Ravena.
Wow, that's a big step for him.
It is. It shows how much he trusts her.
And how much he needs her to understand.
Exactly.
And Ravena, how does she react?
She's incredible. Touched by his honesty, she decides to share her own painful secret.
Her assault.
Yeah. And it's such a heart-wrenching moment, but Draxton responds with so much compassion.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is. They create this unbreakable bond by sharing their deepest wounds.
They're healing together.
Exactly. And their relationship, it reaches a whole new level of depth.
So what happens next? I'm on the edge of my seat.
Well, to celebrate their newfound strength, they decide to attend a masquerade ball.
Ooh, a masquerade ball.
Masks, mystery.
Intrigue.
They can explore their desires without any inhibitions.
I love that idea, hiding behind masks.
Ravena, she's in this stunning blue gown and mask, becomes this mysterious temptress.
And Draxton.
Tuxedo, domino mask, the enigmatic dominator.
Perfect.
They engage in this unspoken game of seduction.
Ooh, pushing each other's buttons.
Reveling in the anonymity of the masks. It's like they're stepping into a fantasy world.
Where they can be whoever they want to be.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
And then, after the ball, they return to Draxton's suite. The passion explodes.
Of course it does. The masks come off, both literally and figuratively.
They're fully revealing themselves to each other.
So it's not just physical anymore.
No, it's emotional too.
They're fully present, both physically and emotionally.
And in the quiet moments afterward, they share their dreams, their fears, their hopes.
They're falling deeply in love, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Finding solace, comfort in each other's arms.
It's a beautiful progression from that intense physical connection to this profound emotional bond.
They're starting to think about a future together.
One built on trust, love, and a shared desire to heal from the past.
It's powerful stuff.
It really is. And this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah. That's where the sequel, The Intoxication of Us, picks up. We'll dive into that next time.
I can't wait to see where Roxanna Marie takes them next.
So, The Intoxication of Us, it picks up right where we left off, diving deeper into Ravena and Draxton's relationship.
It really explores what happens after that initial intense, passionate connection, the challenges of building a lasting relationship.
Exactly. And we get these glimpses into their everyday life, like their morning routine, which, even in its mundanity, is still charged with desire.
Right, those little moments that reveal so much about their dynamic.
Like there's a scene where we're in Ravena's head, and let's just say she's pretty captivated by Draxton's morning wood, as she so eloquently puts it.
Roxanna Marie definitely doesn't shy away from the physicality of their relationship.
Nope. But it's never gratuitous. It's always tied to their emotional connection, their exploration of each other.
Absolutely. It's about desire, intimacy, vulnerability.
And then there's this other scene. Ravena gives Draxton a very enthusiastic wake-up call. Turns out he hasn't had oral sex in years because of his past trauma.
That's heavy. So how does that play out?
Well, Ravena's confidence and skill, they completely shift the power dynamic. Draxton ends up submitting in a way he never expected.
It's an interesting role reversal. Ravena, unknowingly, helps him confront some of his past demons.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about the healing power of their love, the trust they've built.
But relationships are never easy, are they? Even for a couple like this.
No, definitely not.
Mm.
And Ravena gets offered this incredible book deal that requires her to travel for a month.
Oh, that throws a wrench in things.
Big time. She starts to question if she can really handle submitting to Draxton's dominant nature long term.
That makes sense. She's a strong, independent woman.
Exactly. The idea of giving up some control, even to someone she loves, is a valid concern.
It's a struggle to balance her desire for independence with her growing love for Draxton.
And Draxton, being the perceptive guy that he is, picks up on her hesitation. He encourages her to be honest about her fears.
Good for him.
They have this heartfelt conversation, promise to be open and honest with each other, no matter what.
Communication is so important.
They even vow to never go to bed angry. And to prove his commitment,
What does he do?
Draxton whisks Ravena away on a surprise trip to Thailand.
Wow. Talk about romantic gestures.
I know, right? And Thailand, with its stunning scenery and exotic culture, it's the perfect backdrop for them to reconnect.
Explore a new side of their relationship.
Exactly. But here's a little twist, Draxton. This powerful, in-control CEO.
What? He has a weakness.
He doesn't know how to swim.
No way. That's so unexpected.
It is. It's like Roxanna Marie's reminding us that everyone has vulnerabilities.
Humanizes even the most seemingly invincible characters.
And Ravena, she patiently teaches him, step by step. She becomes his anchor, helping him overcome his fear.
That's a powerful image. She's not just his lover, she's his support system.
Exactly. It's a beautiful moment that shows how deep their connection is.
They're truly partners, in every sense of the word.
And then, under the magical Thai sky, with the city lights twinkling beneath them.
He proposes, doesn't he?
He does. Private rooftop, rose petals, a string quartet playing Ravena's favorite song. It's straight out of a fairy tale.
It's the perfect culmination of their journey. They've faced their pasts, learned to communicate, and built this incredible foundation of trust and love.
And Ravena, she says yes, of course.
Of course she does.
They seal it with a passionate kiss as fireworks explode above them. It's a magical moment.
So romantic. But Roxanna Marie doesn't stop there, does she?
No. She wraps up the book with this powerful message about communication, trust, and intimacy as the keys to a lasting relationship.
It's a reminder that love isn't just about grand gestures.
It's about those everyday efforts, showing up for each other, making love the foundation of your lives.
And in true Roxanna Marie fashion, she throws in a little playful suggestion at the end.
Oh, I love this part.
She encourages couples to spice things up with a game of Twister.
Or Naked Uno.
On a rainy night.
Because why not?
Exactly. Keep things fun and exciting. Never lose that spark.
I love that. So what do you think about how Roxanna Marie portrays this dynamic of dominance and submission throughout the series?
It's fascinating how she goes beyond the surface, exploring the psychological and emotional complexity of it. It's not just about the acts themselves, it's about the trust, the communication, the way it helps them confront their vulnerabilities.
Right, and it's important to remember, this is just one way of exploring intimacy. What works for Ravena and Draxton might not work for every couple.
Exactly. It's all about finding what feels right for you and your partner.
Open communication, respecting boundaries, making sure everyone feels safe and comfortable.
Absolutely. So what are your final thoughts on royalty elevations?
Roxanna Marie, she doesn't just give us a fairy tale.
No, not at all.
She gives us a glimpse into what it really takes to build a strong, passionate, fulfilling relationship.
One that embraces both the light and the shadow.
And I love how she throws in those little tips
at
the end.
Like practical relationship advice.
About communication, like never going to bed angry.
Yeah, it's a good reminder.
That even the most intense,
right?
Passionate relationships, they still take work.
Absolutely.
Conscious choices.
Effort.
And her little wink about Twister and Naked Uno.
Oh, yeah. Classic Roxanna Marie.
Never lose that spark.
Right. Keep things fun.
Keep things playful. So for our listeners out there, what are your thoughts on how Roxanna Marie portrays dominance and submission in royalty elevations?
Does it challenge your views on relationships?
Intimacy.
It's definitely a conversation starter. It encourages us to reflect on our own comfort levels, our own boundaries. How do we navigate those power dynamics in our own relationships? Ultimately, Roxanna Marie reminds us that every relationship, it's unique. What works for Ravena and Draxton, it might not work for everyone. The key is finding what feels authentic and fulfilling for both partners.
Exactly. And if you're looking for a romance that's both steamy, thought-provoking, one that explores, the depths of desire,
Right.
the complexities of human connection, definitely check out Royalty Elevations. It's a wild ride.
It
It's
is.
a captivating love story and a reminder that true love, it's about finding someone
Yeah.
who elevates you, who challenges you, who accepts you.
For exactly who you are.
And you can find The Intoxication of You and its sequel, The Intoxication of Us, at royaltyelevations.store.
And who knows, maybe it'll inspire you to try a little Twister.
Or Naked Uno.
On a rainy night.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Roxanna Marie in Royalty Elevations.
Yes, thank you.
We'll be back next time.
With another exciting exploration.